Hi everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today, May 12th, it is Mother's Day, right? So it is 2019 Mother's Day, May 12th. Today, talking about a rare sell pattern. A rare sell pattern that is seldomly followed by traders out there. Yeah, you'll see. We'll be taking a look at it. Need some coffee already. Oh my, it's been a long day. And another thing we're going to be taking a look at is whether or not we are in reaccumulation. We're going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin chart to see if we are in reaccumulation, and that has to deal with Wyckoff stuff. So before we move on, please keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. Alrighty, so let's go take a look at this very rare sell pattern. And we're going to go over to Bitcoin chart. Here we go, and we're going to zoom out quite a bit. Going to take auto off. As you can see, here's where we are. So where is this pattern? Let me circle it here, so it's apparent for you guys. Okay, circled it. You see that pattern? And what is this pattern called? Top. Yeah, it's called. It's a rare pattern at the top. It's a selling pattern of all things. So you sell at the top. That's the thing. And it sounds like so stupid, doesn't it? Like I'm joking or something. But how many people do you know that actually sell at the top? Right. It's a rare thing. People see it all the time, but actually seldom cash out, right? Seldom. The greed gets them, and they just want to hang on, and so they get stuck, and they ride the boat down the river, down. Okay, so you all know, okay, this is how we get out. But here's one thing that I do. Okay, here is one thing that I do, which is really contrary to a lot of trading methodologies out there. Well, one, I sell on green spikes. So let's say we have a spike that's just skyrocketing upward, right? That's where I'm selling. Okay, that's where I'm dumping. And then if there's a huge downward candle like that, that's where I'm buying. Okay, that's me. That's one of the things I do. Also, another thing I do as far as this rare pattern at the top is that I might sell somewhere around in this area here. So not at the very top. I'll sell there. And then what I'll do is I'll place a buy order. Yeah, an actual buy order. Let's say I sold right here. Let me get rid of this other stupid line. Okay, let's say I sold right there. I was pretty lucky, doing pretty good. You know, I did pretty good. Got lucky. Would actually be on that line is where I would actually sell, but that's me. Okay, so let's say I got lucky and I sold there. Then what I would do, or what I do for the most part, is that, see this little thing here called PSY, that's point of supply? I take the little height of that guy. I take a height of like the top line. Let me scroll in so you guys can see. And don't follow this. This probably is not going to work for you. It might work for you, it might not, but you can give it a try, okay? Do it by try, I mean try it on paper to see if that works. Okay, so here's this little green candle there. That's the approximate height of it, right? Okay, so now I have this little guy. And let's make him green and solid and a little bit thicker so you guys can see it. Okay. So then what I do is after I mark this up or whatever, let's say I was real nervous and I didn't have any of this information here to the right. So let's say it looked like that. And the reason I'd be thinking of getting out here would be because of large volume. Well, do we have any indications here that it's going to go down? How about over here? How about over here? How about here? I'm looking for indications if it's going to go down. This is the closest one over here. What that is that it's a green bar in an up area with the next one, which is a red bar, and they both have pretty significant volume. Yeah. But that would be like the closest. Okay. And so what I do is at the top of the buying climax, I'd take my little measured amount here, and let's see. Yeah. So let's say I sold right up here. I'd take it where I sold, and right there, whoops, at the top of that bad boy is where I stick my buy orders for the most part, and that's if I'm not doing live, like I'm going to sleep. Sometimes at night I do that, not often, but sometimes. Terrible habit, gotta get out of it. Coffee helps. Okay, so you see that? So yeah, I sell here. It's basically taking this line over here, the very top one, whammo, and extending it over. Notice here this is a top and a top. I did not label this as the point of supply. It could be argued that it's the preliminary supply, but yeah, I guess you could do that, preliminary supply. But I didn't. I chose this one. I thought it was a little bit more meaningful. Okay. Anyway, so I look for something like right around here, and that's what I do. Draw a line, get the length of the this point of supply candle here, or wick, including the wick, and then just put it on top there. That gives me my approximate percentage. Okay. All right, so that might be interesting to you. Check it out on paper. Okay. Do not suggest actually, this is how you buy, this is how you sell. Give it a try on paper. Go back in time, look for these setups, and yeah, you're going to have to know how to mark Wyckoff stuff up to find the point of supply. So let's go ahead, and that brings us on to our second topic here, whether or not we are in reaccumulation. Now, one thing to note about Wyckoff is that, well, let me explain these lines here so I can get rid of them for you guys. These are like trot lines, trend lines, the general overall trend that the market is going. And what I do is I find a point here, like right here, I'd put this point, and this point, and then that's how I drew a line. And then I copied that, and I brought it up so it's parallel to this little green tick right here, top of that guy, and that's my little trend line. And you can see where this basically the trading for the most part went for a good time in that channel. And yeah, and then sometimes what I do is I take the same line because it's still parallel to everybody, right? And I stick it up on the top of the point of preliminary supply, PSY. Okay. And let's take a look at that. See how has that worked. Whoops. I always do that. All right, as you can see, yeah, for the most part, it would have caught a whole bunch. It's catching this area right now, isn't it? Isn't that cool? And when it comes here and it gets close to these lines, it's like a trend line. Things kind of happen around them. It's chart magical. Look at these; they're bouncing off of that line that I drew way back here. This was the one off of the. This is the demand, and then this is the supply. And you can think of this as when it goes above and comes back down. That's kind of like a line of resistance, yeah, or excuse me, a line of support. Once it gets above and comes back down, that's a line of support. It can fall through quite easily down to this to the solid line here, which is the demand line. Anyway, let me get rid of that so the chart is cleaner. And I'll show you how we hook this up. And right now, today is, well, it's the 12th, right? And we're taking a look at this on Coinbase, BTC USD. This is the 15-minute. Let's go to the 3-minute. Why not? Okay, that looks a little bit cleaner. Okay, so on the 3-minute, here's our preliminary supply. This is when there is a first indication that there was a decrease. Okay, there was selling that started to happen. Preliminary selling, PS. So that supply is selling. So there it is. Whammo, came back down. Okay, so that's why I labeled it there. And then it continued upward, had another spike, but then up here this was the buying climax. And it continued all the way down here. So at the very, very top, we labeled out BC for buying climax. Down at the bottom, where it hits and starts to reverse, that's called the automatic rally. And then up at the top, we have secondary test. Okay, ST. And this pattern is not finished yet. This is just the beginning. So if you're into Wyckoff and know some stuff, you know that is phase A, right? So that's phase A. So right now we're waiting for phase B. We're waiting for phase B. Well, we're in phase B right now, and that's what we're waiting for. Okay? And this could go on. Phase B can be short or it could be long. So this could be a real long time. One thing that I like to do as far as time-wise goes is I like to take this point where the preliminary supply was. Okay, and I like to take a line over to the top of the buying climax. That's basically a distance line for timing. And I take it over here to the automatic rally. And that's pretty much where I like to put my secondary tests at for my low secondary tests into for this target box here. And then you can see the up thrust target box is the right edge and the left edge line up. See that? There. Isn't that cool? Notice that these target boxes are the same length between the PSY and the BC. See that? Same length. Okay. And there you go. So that's basically how I got that. Kind of cool. Let me get that out of there. We don't know. So to me, this looks like that we are in reaccumulation instead of distribution. That's what it looks like to me. And what is the definition of reaccumulation? Let's go out here to the 1 hour. Oh, that sucks. That sucks too. Okay, so reaccumulation is basically when you have an extended uptrend and then it rests. And they are accumulating instead of dumping. And yeah, there is dumping going on. Well, one thing that we're looking for is basically higher lows. You see that? Higher lows. Yay, we have higher lows. Also, another thing is we're looking at the volumes here big time. We're seeing if we see indications of any large green candles up here. It's like this one would be a perfect example, okay? This candle or bar, the set of bars right here is a perfect example, except the volume is too low. Okay, the volume is too low. Now if the volume was up here, whoops, let me bring this up. Now if the volume, if the volume was up here in this level, okay, and it had matching maybe a little bit higher or somewhere in the half of this this whole volume bar here. So let's say, if it was at its level there, where it is right now, right here, and this green bar was pretty high, I'd say, okay, we're dumping. And that we're in a distribution pattern. But we're not. We're dumping some. Some people are following that rare selling pattern. where they're selling at the top. And so that's what they're doing. They're profit taking, but what that's thrown in to us, it's now long enough time period to where it's starting to form a Wyckoff pattern here, which looks to me like reaccumulation. And cool thing about reaccumulation is, well, we have a prior example of it. All this gobbledygook down here, let's go ahead and go into the 5 minute and scroll in. See if we can get over to there. Okay, so it's there. So you guys can see how we mark this up. Oh, looks pretty much the same. So we have our preliminary supply, buying climax, AR, which is our automatic rally. Then we're doing tests. And see how this one did a test to the top? Where this one's doing a test to the bottom. It did a test to the bottom. See that? Right. Well, no, it didn't. It kind of did a little bit of a test up there. But sometimes it goes to the top, sometimes it goes to the bottom. It just kind of depends. It's not 100% on either way, because this one wasn't a full. This one was an abbreviated pattern. Okay, not everything follows the book exactly. All right, it's dynamic. That's the thing. It's dynamic, and this was a very dynamic time in Bitcoin. But anyway, as you can see here, so we have some secondary tests, buying climax, automatic rally. We have a cause and effect relationship going here. We're looking at the volumes to see about supply right in here. No one's, yeah, there's some interest in selling here. Let's take it up. Let's do a test. That's what's going on. Is there interest in buying? Yeah, there's some, not a whole much. Okay, let's take it down a little bit, see if we can get some more interest in buying. No more buying. So they're doing tests here. All right, let's take it down and let's see if we can clear out, because you see this volume is low. Real low volume down there at the bottom. Let me bring this up. See that tiny, just pathetic volume right here? These two candles and this and this and this. Just really pathetic volume. What traders want, what professional traders want, the big boys, is they want liquidity. And so what they did is that they did a stop hunt. Wham, they brought it down real fast and it went right back up to where the neckline was pretty much just about even, right? From when it went down and up. That is a very bullish sign, because that means, okay, we got all these stops cleared out, put liquidity in. All right, let's go and do another test, see where it goes. And lo and behold, look where they took it. Wham. Okay, because they got a lot of the supply and they're hanging on to it. So they know there's not a lot of supply, so they can bump the price up with less effort than they would have been able to bump it up back here. Okay, look at this. See this? See this big candle here? Right here? On that one, it took a lot of effort to push it up that little bit. See, when we scroll back, how small that looks? Looks puny, right? Yeah. So anyway, let me kill that. This is also an example of how you can use Wyckoff on micro time spans, okay? Because right now we're in the 5 minute, and we scrolled in, we see some there, and we see some here. So Wyckoff can be used pretty much just about any time span, which is really cool. But my opinion, we are in an accumulation period, looking for an upthrust here to retest the looks like 6,500 area. Sometime in the future, could dump, right? It could dump all the way back down to this line here at 6,200. So watch out for that. Especially if it starts falling through this AR line, and that's at about 6750. Okay. Anyway, keep your eyes on it. This PSY line should start to provide a. No, it could. Sometimes it does. Provides a little bit of support. Yeah, it just varies. Another thing you got to keep in mind is trend is your friend. What's our trend? Well, that's pretty obvious, right? Oh gosh, where's it going? Yeah, that's the overall macro trend. It's kind of difficult to trade against the trend. It's easy to trade against the other traders of where traders, not traders, traders of where they think it's going. So we'll see. So a lot of people, what do you think a lot of people think it's going? Oh, they think it's going down here, this red line. So that's another thing you can do. Use the law of pain. Law of pain is, let's screw them up psychologically and cause them a lot of pain, and then we're going to go do our thing. So we'll see. But I think this is reaccumulation because they still want your coins. Yeah. Anyway, that's just going to head on over to the chats, see if anyone's there, say hi, and after that, bail. But for those of you that are still watching, please like, subscribe, get notified. Go ahead and leave comments and stuff like that. And we're going to the chat, see if anyone's there. Fibber me jiggers. There. Oh, there are people. Hey guys, I'm always surprised to see people watching. I used to have like 0 people watching, or maybe like 2. Those were the days. Anyway, so there's Joe Smith. Hey, how's it going, man? We're getting wrecked, and I love it. 2 weeks, and I'm getting big money. I'm not a trader. I have a fat X node, and I just buy. Yeah, there you go. I mean, find what works for you. Find what works for you. And yeah, just go with it and try to find ways to make it better. So he says we're getting wrecked, and I love it. Let's go take a look. Where are we getting wrecked at? What do you mean by that, Joe? Where are we getting wrecked at? Let's go take a look at probably VeChain. Let's go over to VET. Let's look at a USDT on Binance. There's my stupid thing I always do. Okay, this is on the 5 minute. Let's scroll out to like the 45. Yeah, I don't know if we're getting wrecked. Let's go out to the 4 hour. So it's going up. This is reaccumulation as well. Reaccumulation can be painful. Okay. Reaccumulation can be painful. It hasn't dumped all the way back down here to this lower level, which is nice. It's found some support on this blue line. Okay, which is that one right there. That means there's really not a whole lot of big money interested in selling it this low anymore, because they already picked up their coins here. And so they're holding on to it. They're not dropping the price. It's like they're not doing anything. They're picking up some coins here now. Don't forget, there's an old saying, trading, where it says shake them out and then wear them out. Okay, let's take a look at VET versus BTC. Yeah, VET versus BTC. Yeah, sucks, right? Yeah. It's getting wrecked. But dollar-wise, doesn't look too bad. Also notice that this market is on BTC, it's just so obvious. It's so manipulated. You see how all these... Here, I'll take it out to the 45 minute, you'll see. Oh yeah, let's draw a perfect straight line right there. Perfectly parallel. Yeah. That brings to another point I was thinking about talking about today. And think of the composite operator, the composite man, the group of people that are manipulating this thing, because it is manipulated. It could be the exchange, okay? Whatever. We really don't care. to tell you the truth. We're just looking for the signs that it is manipulated, because that means that there's larger money interest, and those are the coins that we play. We don't want to play non-manipulated coins. You get that, guys? So manipulation is good. Manipulation is very good. Anyway, I guess the point is imagine that the CO isn't playing with money. Okay? Just imagine this. Assume that the composite operator is not playing with money. You are playing with money, and they are just basically, they have the controls like in a video game, okay? They're behind a curtain, and they have a little lever which they can move the little price up, you know, with all the buys and sells, or they can move the lever down and have it sell and have it go down. And for them, it's a video game. There's no money involved. There's nothing. It's purely video. Okay? They're the video game owners. And you're the ones putting your quarters into the machine. Think of it that way. Okay? So you are playing against the exchange, and they have no risk. No risk. If it goes up, they don't care. If it goes down, they don't care. Think of it that way. Okay? It might give you a different perspective on how they trade. So they're trading without any emotion, right? The game for them is just to get you to either to put the coins in, so when it's at a higher price, what they want to do is basically they want to score points. Okay, the higher the price it is, the more points they get, that they can get you where they could sell them. Okay, they get more points. When you sell low to them, they can jack up the price by moving up that lever, and then they sell if there's people that are willing to give them their quarters, to put their quarters in the machine, right? Yeah, so that's their points. Kind of think of it that way. I know I'm not doing such a great job on explaining it, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. Think of it that way, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. It might shed some light on what's going on. It also sheds light on how much money these people are dealing with. Okay. Let's go back. Thanks for the question. There's Dances. Hey. So Dances said she counts sheep. Yeah, name of the game is win, win, win. Absolutely. Hey, and there's Leonard. Hey, Leonard, how's it going? And then Scout Sniper says, he shorted the shice out of the top. All right. Okay, be careful with shorts. But hope it works out for you. Where can you short Bitfinex? I think in Binance you're going to be able to short pretty soon. They're working on it, which will be interesting. If you're a U.S. citizen, you're going to have problems finding places to short legally. Yes. If you're not U.S., there's Bitfinex, and then there's another one that's out there. But I don't short at all. I just get out of the positions, okay? Okay, another thing right here, Kachichi says, if Fidelity gets in, what do you think is going to happen to the stock market? They are already in. They are already in. They have been in. Okay? And J-Rock wants me to check out ADA USD. All right, we'll go take a look at ADA. ADA. Is that USD or USDT? USD. All right. ADA USD. Kraken. Let's look at it at Kraken. An that's an undervalued crypto exchange that needs more love out there. Okay. This is the 45-minute. So it came down, had a little change in character. This was like a spring thing I was talking about a couple videos back. How a lot of the alts were getting into like a spring type of thing, where it's going to start being alt season, and so they jumped up. They jumped up. Always take a look at their volumes. You have to look at volumes in associated with price. It's don't even bother looking at price without looking at volume. Okay. Completely useless, one without the other. Not completely, but pretty much. Okay, so what do we see here on the volumes? A lot of interest in selling, don't we? Yeah. A lot of interest in selling at not like terribly high levels either. Look at that huge sell. Huge sell. That's what we look for, the big spikes. Big sell, big sell, big sell. And we also look for the density of sells. Okay, because if we go to a smaller time frame, let's go to a larger time frame, say 4 hours. Boom, boom, boom. Notice the density there. Big spike, big spike. Lots of buys and sells. Yeah, so right now it's about this average here. Not really a Wyckoff pattern on this bad boy. That's what I'm looking for. Let me go to the 1 hour. Mark down. Even on the markup, is there some type of Wyckoff pattern? It's following Bitcoin to the T pretty much right here. I would say that the composite operator is not interested in this coin. Okay, so that's a non-play for me. All right, I only play coins which the composite operator are interested in. Whoops. Let's look at maybe on a different exchange. We'll look at it USDT on Binance. They were interested in it. Oh, don't pay any attention to that. That's actually, no, that's right. Yahoo.com. They were interested in it until marking it down. Yeah, they're still somewhat interested in it because of the volumes. But these, okay. No, you're not having you're not having professional interest in it. This is like whale activity. Okay, they're not professionals that are that are manipulating this coin. They're big whales. Okay, they're the non-pros. So no interest in it for me. Sorry. If you like it, great. You know, fantastic. But for me, there's other coins out there. So hope that works for you. Sorry about that. I used to love ADA. And keep in mind, it's like I'm not married to anything, okay? I'm not married to anything. I'm married to the chart. Oh, Maria sent me a super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's my very first one ever. I shall remember your name always. Well, thank you, Maria Palma. What do you have to say? Thanks so much for your work. Hey, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. I'm glad, I'm really glad that you guys are getting stuff out of it. I get comments like, "Oh my gosh, I'm looking at Wyckoff stuff and I can't believe I traded any other way." Comments kind of like that. And that's really great, and I really appreciate you guys that are watching. You're paying attention, and you're learning, and you're getting something out of it. That's really, really cool, and I think I'm glad. I'm happy about that. But thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. So let's go here to we covered the Scheisse. It's important to know how to cuss in multiple languages. Oh, that gives me I was thinking of asking you guys this. All the cat owners out there, if you own kitty cats. Because last year I had some kitty cats adopt me. We had a mother give birth in our backyard, and what do you do, right? Do cats... Let's put it this way. For inside cats, you have a litter box, right? And the cats watch you basically play in their litter. When you're cleaning it out. And my cats, anyway, look at me funny like, what the hell am I doing? That's disgusting. He's sick. He's demented. I don't want anything to do with him. I mean, he's playing in my poo. Right? How do you get over that? Do you guys have the same thing going? What do cats think when you're cleaning the litter, right? I don't know. Do I have some type of complex I need to drop or something like that? Completely off topic. I'm new to cats and stuff like that, so I thought I'd throw that out. Yeah. Anyway, so there's ADA. Used to love that project. Had a lot of nice activity and stuff on it. Right now, it's following Bitcoin and stuff like that. Best of luck. Not saying bad about the project, or I know a lot of people have FUD and stuff like that. FUD to me is good news. I don't like good news. Okay, that's good news makes me nervous. And Kachichi Fidelity's been mining since like 2015. They're getting into the market. I think they're the ones I explained in my video last night where the big spike up to 20 grand was somewhat influenced by them to happen, to check out the market for them rolling out their products. It wasn't only for them, okay? It was for the entire market, the entire stock market, that whole community. They're going into crypto big time. They want to know, hey, is there interest in crypto? And then plus, okay, fine, we can set it up to where there's a setup to where we can show that, hey, we have this huge 300% gain or with only a 50% loss, show a huge risk versus reward type of setup here, and people are just going to FOMO. They are going to FOMO. So we'll see. So I think they've been in it for a long time. We haven't seen the money pour in yet. That's going to come later. But I think that might have been when you were asking. Okay, and Shantilla Zanwar asks, when XRP moon? I don't know. Let's go take a look at XRP real quick. I used to hold it, and then I dumped it. Let's go take a look at it, Binance. Wait, no. Let's go look it over here. Why not? That was XRP, right? XRP. Please keep in mind that XRP and Ripple are not the same. They are distancing themselves. So any good news you hear from Ripple does not necessarily translate into good news for XRP. Total bummer. But they have really been trying to make that distinction for fear of getting tagged with being a security. Right? Right. Anyway, still sucking wind. As you can see, it's hit my box here, hit it here, hit it here, hit it here. This is versus ETH. This is on the 3-hour chart. Looked like it was going to do something. It just, yeah, it did. It just dumped. And this is called a markdown. Could go lower. We'll see. Can it go higher? Let's take a look at the volumes. Get out of there. Always got to look at the volumes. Volume's pretty pathetic. No high spikes like this. Yeah, it's on the 3 hours. There's some. Like right around here. That's still some interest here. Down here, that's retail. Yeah, that's about how much effect we all have on the market. Like diddly squat. Might as well be squished cockroaches under their shoe. We do have declining big sell volumes here. You see that? The big sell volumes, they're declining, which means that's actually good news, because it means what? They're losing interest in selling, which is good, which means they have a whole bunch of coins. Do they have a whole bunch of coins? Here's a ton of coins purchased. Just look at the density of greens. Nice density here, nice density here. Let's look at the volumes here. Let me scroll right in. There's a 3 hour. Let's go down 30 minute. And I have no problem going down to the smaller time frames. Okay. Okay, boom. So let's look at this candle here. What I'm doing is I'm looking at the spread to where basically the height of these bars, and try to get used to reading bars. I'm going to be showing them for the most part on the rest of my videos, so you guys get used to reading bars. And what it is, you know, it's a wick, and then it shows you the close. That's that little doohickey right there, that little branch. That's the close. So I'm looking at looking for decreasing spreads, so the heights are getting smaller, and I'm also looking for decreased volatility. We've had a lot of volatility here, but that's to be given because of all the mumbo jumbo in the last few days. Okay, is there any more juice to take this lower? Doesn't look like it. Too much. They could force it lower. They tried to force it low with this bar, and it went up. Push it, push it, push it, push it down. That's as far as they could go, as far as they wanted it to go down. So it hit that box there. Yeah, it's like the same old thing. Let's see what it does. This is versus ETH. If I look at it on the one that I always show, let's go over here to alts. Lost a lot of viewers on this on this chart. And it's not like I hate XRP or anything, you know. I'm looking at it. So people see not so great stuff on a coin and they think it's like, oh, you don't like their team or whatever. Well, that's not the case. I don't care for their team at the moment. Okay, and here's the one I've usually been showing. Yeah, it's like this line right here. I've had that drawn for, I don't know, since about this period, which is around November. And it's just went blah. And notice the big dip. Okay, and so yeah, found support right around that blue line, a little bit above. That's close enough. So yeah, we'll see. It might just kind of go sideways here. And we'll see if it breaks out of this downward trend. Okay, we'll see what happens if it follows this line. Notice this line here. This top of here and right around here, just zip, there you go. And this box over here, pretty big box, but it's eating through it right now. So keep in mind, trend is your friend. Okay, go with the trend. This could be a reversal pattern. It's on very low volume green, which I actually happen to like. I'm funny that way. Ah, darn it. I always do that. Very low volume. Cool. Nice little spike. That's a pretty darn big spike though, right there. Let's go see how much work it took. It took a lot of work to get it to move up that high. Okay, yeah, so I'd be looking for a little bit higher stuff, nothing explosive, just some ups and downs. You guys are going to be still, I think they're still going to be accumulating if they have interest in it. So yeah, just kind of like this garbage, right? Until they can have a real tiny bar here in volume, and then the corresponding bar will be proportionately larger. That's what I'm looking for, okay? Or the thing could dump or skyrocket. I mean, it's the market, right? We love the market. BTC for Monday. I don't know. Could go up or down. Always do that. So why are you asking me about the price? You ever think about that? Yeah, this could be reaccumulation. It could be a dump. It could literally be anywhere between 4,000 and 9,000. Okay. That's giving you a pretty wide range. But we'll see what happens. It's my opinion that right now we're in accumulation, and accumulation is unpredictable for the most part, and it just bounces up and down. There are some stages during accumulation that we look for, and right now we're in a transitory period. So we really don't have like a lot of clues other than just barely able to say, okay, are we on accumulation? But we can't for sure say that we're in accumulation 100%. It could actually be distribution. It's one of those things. So can't give you an answer, and I'm not a what you call it, trade advisor, whatever they call it. Just trying to show you how to chart the market. And you can determine that on your own. Monday, we'll see, because there's some interesting things. We have consensus going on, right? A lot of parties going on right now. Oh yeah, ETH. Yeah, I liked ETH. Let's go take a look at Ether versus USD. Same thing as Bitcoin. Same thing. Yeah, same thing as Bitcoin right now, pretty much. Yeah, I liked it way back here. Hit my little box, I got all excited, yeah. But yeah, following the same thing as Bitcoin, so we'll see. Consensus though, a lot of Ethereum developers there, right? That's an Ethereum thing, is it not? So yeah, reaccumulation looks like the same thing. A lot of the alts are like getting ready to, I think they're getting down into a spring. Check out my video last night or the night before if you haven't, on where I was talking about springs. Oh, so Maria says, follow my advice the other day and meditated before making a trade. It helped. Awesome. It does. Meditate. Give it a try. It helps get that focus. And it's that focus that gives you the warrior mentality of hitting things on target. You're not worried about other things. Really, really super duper important thing to do. So that's awesome that you gave that a try and it helped. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it. You're welcome, J Rock. Kachichi says, I should have known since cat is part of your little logo is a cat. Okay. Kachichi says, I think the cats are supervising and inspecting my work. The cats are very smart. Yeah, I know they're doing that, but I'm wondering what they think. They wonder why I'm playing in their poo. And if they think lesser of me, I guess. Oh, let's see. Oh, Fangs. Hey, Fangs. How's it going? Thanks for watching. Will XRP ever go up? Maybe before I retire. I'm 53 years old now. I'm not too far away from you, brother. Hey, don't be married to a coin, okay? Will it go up? Yeah, I think it'll go up, but keep in mind it's designed to be a stable coin. All right? It's designed to be a stable coin. If the price skyrockets, the banks aren't going to want it. That's all there is to it. They're not going to play with it. They want something that's going to be stable without slippage, okay? That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And put yourself in the shoes of a bank. Okay? Oh, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to purchase through the whole order book on XRP. Right? Yeah, okay, let's assume we're a bank. We'll go over here. Okay, so price of XRP is right here. Okay? Price of XRP. That's where it is. And the bank says, wow, I need a whole bunch of these coins. And they're going to transmit them to another one. So if I buy a whole bunch of these XRPs, I know the bank on the other side is going to buy them, right? Okay, cool. And so what that's going to do, they're going to buy a whole bunch and the price is going to skyrocket, right? Yeah. And then what they're going to do is that in the order book, they're going to clear out all these orders. And it is just going to be wonderful, right? It's going to be wonderful. And all these people are just going to get their bags filled and they're going to cash out and they're going to be rich. All right. And then seconds later, because XRP is very fast, this guy's going to sell. Right? Yeah. And so this guy's going to sell. And the price is... well, it's going to go like that. It's going to go up and it's going to go down, right? A lot of volatility, but the thing is the banks don't want that. The banks don't want that. So one thing that we can see is that this is going to happen so fast. I think what they're going to be doing is having a separate pool, separate trading pool, where they have an exchange, but it's not going to be affected somehow. It's going to be like a private trading pool, a black pool, where the bank buys and they're basically, it does not buy from the order book. Okay, because what will happen is that all these people here, they're no longer going to put their orders here. They're going to put their sell orders only up here and above. They'll catch on to that real quick, taking about like 2-3 days. The bank all of a sudden will have to eat through the order books here, and it'll drive the price up even higher, and the bank's going to say screw that. Or they have a private one, a private pool. Think of basically OTC type of thing, where this guy goes in, he buys, and this guy goes in and he sells from bank to bank. Okay, and so there is no slippage. They don't want this slippage. Anyway, that is my opinion. It could be completely wrong. Might say, oh, I don't understand XRP. But in the long run, really, what is XRP going to do? If we just look at the very basics, this guy buys in 1 second, next guy sells in 1 second. It's just going to be a wick. Price ends up being stable and flat. Okay, hope that helped you out. That's my opinion. I could be completely wrong. I do admit that. But will it go up? Yeah, I think it's going to be going up here. It's about time. To the extent that you want. 589. Nah, I don't know, man. Tell me what you think it's going to be at, or what price you're expecting or want it to be. Oh, and Kachichi wants to know what's going on with AMB Ambrosis. Yeah, Ambrosis, they had their CEO bail. They also registered Ambrosis as VeChain. As far as we know, illegally. Well, not illegally, but even though it could have been legal when they registered it, it looks like they did so without VeChain's permission, without any other type of any agreement from VeChain or something like that. Because this thing used to just be cyclical, man. It used to just be powerhouse. It just go up and down, up and down. Whoops, let's go take a look at AMB. So I got out of AMB a little while ago. This thing was supposed to go up and keep on going up, but it failed. It wasn't supposed to do that. It's supposed to keep on going up, so I exited. Totally bummed. But, you know, because I liked it a lot. But it's just taken a hard drop, isn't it? Things aren't looking good for AMB. Tons of drops. But the thing is, keep an eye on it for a reversal, okay? Because this is when you get those huge monster spikes down, and then it goes, yelp. We'll see. It could just keep on going down because they're done. I don't know. We'll see. There isn't news on them. There could be something going on with the VeChain. We don't know. Okay? We have no idea what's going on. Just looking at the chart. Chart's actually kind of looking tasty. See this over here? Oh my god, the world is ending. See, the world is, it's not letting me draw. The world is ending over here. That's what you look for. But as always, be careful. So I don't know what's going on with AMB. And back to Fangs. Yeah, I hope XRP goes up. Keep in mind, we have yet to hear from American Express, right? We have yet to hear from Amex. And Amex is a powerhouse. Yeah, so we'll see. Hey, Amar. Good to see you, man. Feeling good. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it. You want me to take a look at LTC? Litecoin. Yeah, I'll take a look at Litecoin. Thanks for the content on cats. Cats will come and tell you to clean out their box. Hey, you, slave. I pooed. Go get it. Oh heavens! I gotta watch out for that. Maybe they've been asking. I just haven't known what they're asking for. Oh, let's go take a look at Litecoin. You know, I have a video. I gotta show you this since we're talking about cats and Litecoin. Let's go to YouTube. YouTube. Go to my thing. There I am. And videos. And we'll scroll way down. You guys gotta watch this one. Come on, scroll down, scroll down. Gosh, shitload of videos. Come on, scroll down, scroll down. Scroll down, scroll down. That's a good one. Dude puking in a toilet. I like that one. I was like, where is it? This one right here. Cat likes. This is a year ago. My cat picks Litecoin. Yeah, here's a little picture of what my cat looks like. So use your cat to pick crypto. Oh my gosh. So it gives you a little experiment that you can do with your cat or even doggy. If you have a doggy. It doesn't work with fish. Sorry guys. Doesn't work with fish. But take a look at that one. That's just something that's fun. Okay, let's go look at Litecoin here. LTC. Let's look at a USDT. Oh look, looks the same. Oh my. Everything looks the same, doesn't it? It's the same. Everything looks the same. We just charted that up, right? Oh, look, I just switched. Can you tell the difference? No. Same thing. So take what I did on Bitcoin to Litecoin. It's amazing how that works. Let's take a look at LTC versus can you get it versus ETH? Looks pretty much the same. It has been holding let's go out to the 4 hour. It has been doing pretty well against Ether. Okay, well, I mean, there it goes. But yeah, I have this nice long-term trendola. See if I can see right here. Actually, you got moved. This trend for this whole coin was set up back here, guys. Say no. No way, dude. No way. Yeah, way. Look. Mira. Mira aquí. Right there. And right there. Those two little points basically define the trend. For Litecoin. Isn't that cool? Isn't that just cool? Yeah. Trend angle. Right about 43, 40, 50%. Okay, that's right about where they want it. So still in play, man. Still in play. It's not going anywhere. I mean, it's not like going to exit and be worth nothing, you know, or anything like that. But yeah, still in play, man. Still in play. I used to hold Litecoin. I like Litecoin. Did you know Digibyte is a fork of Litecoin? Yeah. So way cool. But yeah, I like Litecoin. I like Digibyte. I like some coins out there, man. Okay, so Robert asks, could VeChain have future exposure to One Belt, One Road? Well, we know Matrix AI does, right? Yeah. One Belt, One Road. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. DNVGL is huge in Italy, and they're actually talking about blockchain, okay, in Italy and stuff, and they're talking about how Italy is getting on board, like the carbon credits and stuff like that. Italy got on board with the One Belt, One Road. There's some associations there. They haven't made it clear, I mean precisely clear, but you can kind of draw the connect the dots. You can connect the dots. So I would say, in my opinion, that's a high probability. That's a high probability. Interesting question, yeah. Okay, that's it, guys. So thanks everyone for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, get notified, share the video, all that good stuff. And go ahead and yeah, put comments below, stuff like that. But anyway, have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Ciao.